What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka Allfire. So today's video is apparently at least the partial leaked slate for Sony's upcoming SpiderVerse, and where Kevin Feige told them point blank not to try to follow Marvel Studios' blueprint and move towards some major crossovers. Apparently Sony is going to double down and do just that. We're going to talk about this list of films, what the plan for Sony is over the next couple of years, how Tom Holland and Spider-Man 4 with Marvel fits into all of this, and in my opinion, the one and only way that Sony still has a chance of saving this. And yes, I think there is a way to save it. I'm going to let you guys know what it is. We're covering the leaked list of upcoming Spider-Man Sony films that has me scratching my head and wondering who's really running things over there. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional broken spider slate and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That'll automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So this comes from Twitter Scoopster Film Odyssey in a tweet less than 24 hours ago, saying this is what he has heard and seen as a list for the upcoming releases coming from Sony. El Muerto, Madam Web, and Kraven the Hunter, we know. Sandman and Rhino, Morbius 2, The Amazing Spider-Man, and Spider-Geddon. He goes on to say that Venom 3 was not on the list that he had copy and pasted, but yes, it's also coming alongside the Into the Spider-Verse sequels, the Silk series, plus 2 untitled projects, and this all heading again towards a Spider-Geddon crossover. Now, I've got plenty of jokes that I could make, but let's just go over the list of these 4 new films that are on here. Sandman and the Rhino, Morbius 2, The Amazing Spider-Man, and Spider-Geddon. First and foremost, Sandman and the Rhino. Sony, are you serious? How in the world do you plan on writing and marketing that film? Second of all, if Morbius 2 isn't spelled M-O-R-E, all caps as in Morbius, then that's the real missed opportunity of all of this, and honestly, I think they should put me in charge to make sure that happens. Spider-Geddon, they've already stumbled out the gate, and if there's a couple of more stumbles after Morbius, like Kraven the Hunter and Madam Web absolutely flop, they're never going to make it to a Spider-Geddon. So as ambitious as a title like that may seem, yeah, good luck. Ambition is just where it starts. You have to execute, and obviously the standout on the rest of this list is The Amazing Spider-Man, implying that they would look to finish the trilogy for Andrew Garfield. Now, Andrew Garfield is almost 40 years old, but as I said at the end of the prologue, and half joking, if I was in charge over at Sony, if it was my job to make sure that this slate did well, I would literally call Andrew Garfield, say, Mr. Garfield, how much money do you need to film cameos in these films? Whatever he answered me, I would pay it and start filming immediately, and then even I would want to go see them. But it was pretty obvious during Spider-Man No Way Home what Sony's ultimate plan here is, and now seeing the rest of this list, we can understand. They want to build out the Spider-Verse with this Sinister Six and all these spider characters, so when they get to Spider-Geddon, all of a sudden, Tom Holland's Spider-Man can show up. It can be one huge crowning moment. Look, Sony wouldn't be looking to do a Spider-Geddon where they would include all the Spider-Man and maybe even Andrew Garfield's as they go forward without using their biggest Spider-Man in Tom Holland. It was Marvel Studios' choice to canonize all of the other cinematic universes as they did in Phase 4, and as we heard right after the contract agreement was re-signed in 2019, the original plan was for Tom Holland to travel over to the Sonyverse. Even if the best case scenario works out, the rumors are true about Kevin Feige co-producing their films to sort of keep a pseudo continuity together, even if Sony manages to make these films good, work together towards a Spider-Geddon, and then eventually have Andrew Garfield crossover for Secret Wars, or Tom Holland crossover into their Spider-Verse Spider-Geddon film, I don't think any of this will matter if they can't get the next couple of films together. And so maybe this is why just a couple of days ago we heard about the delays that they're making, pushing back Kraven and Madam Web a full 6 months. And yeah, they did that in response to Disney opening up a spot on their slate, but I think it may also be in response to the fact that they know what kind of weight these next couple of films are carrying. Best case scenario, there's enough time between then and Morbius, and the amount of people who have seemed to watch Morbius now that it's been released on Netflix and think it was a decent film maybe they can get some goodwill going into Kraven. Aaron Taylor Johnson recently said in point blank that it's the Kraven film we all hope it's going to be, which at this point doesn't really even elicit a reaction from me, but I hope he knows he implied that there's Spider-Man in it, because I can't really imagine another way I'd want a Kraven film. And so I hope Sony realizes that they keep seeding these anti-heroes in the way they are and making a nonsense Sinister Six. By the time we cross that over with Tom Holland, no one's going to care anyway, and that's basically my point. And I do not want to make the final thought in this video such a dour one, but I have to call it like I see it, and like I see it is this: Sony is a really small studio house. They may not seem that way because they've got Spider-Man, but they are much smaller than a lot of other movie and film studios, much smaller than, say, a conglomerate like Disney. Their most lucrative IP is Spider-Man, so it doesn't matter if Morbius bombs, they're going to make a Morbius 2 because it's Spider-Man adjacent, and they've continued to do that. So when we see these slates come out, and the reason I'm so what I would call pessimistic and lightly during this video about what's coming from Sony is because I know that they're in a position where they're just going to keep making those properties regardless if they do well. I am going to go into Kraven and Madam Web with an open mind. I'm not going to hold them accountable to what Morbius was because they are different films. But I am skeptical that they are going to be the kind of quality that can turn this thing around, and I think really, barring them bringing in Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man or a Miles Morales, and immediately, they're in real risk of nobody caring in the next couple of years outside of what's happening with Tom Holland's Spider-Man in the MCU. Same goes for these new films coming from Sony. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. Are you optimistic for Kraven and Madam Web in any way? I've read the comments from some of you who didn't see Morbius until it hit Netflix, and now that it's out, you don't think it's as bad as everybody says it was. Look, I feel you. I am all ears. You guys give me your feedback. Man, maybe I'm going to get blown away. Maybe I'm totally wrong. This video won't even make sense. Maybe Kraven the Hunter is going to be amazing. I'm not going to hate for the sake of it. I hope that's the case. But guys, let me know all your thoughts down below quickly. Let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Alright, we're still giving away a PlayStation 5. At 1 million subscribers. We're on our way now. If you want to be entered to win or help me push my lifelong goal of hitting 1 million subscribers, which sounds insane to say, and I am literally less than 2% on the way there. If everybody who watches this video who's not subbed hit the sub button, I would hit 1 million subscribers today, which would be crazy. In the meantime, no worries if you haven't already, let me entice you. We're still giving away PlayStation 5s. We're also giving away on the 1st of next month, October 1st, an Avengers Citizen Watch I picked up at D23. It'll just be a random giveaway to a subscriber, regardless of the milestone on the 1st of the month. If you want to be entered to win, or for any of the other giveaways, all the same rules will always apply. All you have to do, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos in the same way we're doing here, so stay vigilant on the platform. If you get a spam comment from someone looking like either my channel or a representative from another channel out there in YouTube, no one will ever ask you to contact them on a third-party platform. I do on Instagram, but it's my verified Instagram account. No one will ever tell you to get on WhatsApp or Telegram. No one will ever charge you for shipping. That should be your first indication that those spammers are just that. They're spams and scams. Report those comments, keep it moving. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes under the name AllFires. And I really do mean it. If everybody who wasn't subbed or watched this video today subbed, I would hit 1 million subscribers. So if you want to help me do that, that would be rad. But you don't have to. No worries. No one will know. I'm cool with it. Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.